and welcome back to We Are the Famous EFC. It is your deep dive, exclusive deep dive. Right. This deep dive is brought to you by Adam and Mike from We Are the Famous EFC. So welcome, Mike, to the channel. Do you want to explain what you want to talk about tonight in this week's deep dive?
I'm talking about deep dive. Talking about David Moyes on Twitter.
Okay, so basically, Mike wants to share this with you guys. So it's brought to his attention Everton season so far. So there you go, Mike. Let's get it back up for you. Do you want to explain?
I just found it on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah. Explain more about it.
David Moyes contacted this fella that saw last week.
So basically, before appointing David Moyes, Everton only had 19 matches, 3 wins.
Yeah, 3 wins.
1.1 points per match, 0.8 goals per season, and 1.3 conceded, and that was poor under Sean Dyche. Then look at David Moyes. He's played for 1.3 points per match, 2.3 more than Sean Dyche, 2 goals per match, 2, and goals conceded per match, 0.8. So none really conceded. So that's the stats. So personally, I think David Moyes' Toffees are having a really, really good season so far. Don't you think, Mike? I think that since Sean Dyche has been sacked and David Moyes has came in, I think that Everton are looking more positive and much more better club-wise, as we should, because we've got the Friedkin group as well now at Everton, and that's the positivity we need, Mike, isn't it? Do you want to say a bit more?
I want to be more.
Go on.
We need to talk about the derby tomorrow. We need to win tomorrow.
I know we do. Okay. Do you want to talk a bit more about how the season's gone so far, please?
Okay, going so far is I did that picture on Twitter and I would like to say this to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that 4 points comes in that score from last week.
Yeah. Personally, I agree with you there, Mike, that I do think that we're having a strong season so far since we sacked manager Sean Dyche, because other than that, we have started the season really poorly, but the middle of the season has now arrived. We've appointed David Moyes and we're winning games of football. And you can see, because Abdoulaye Doucouré and Beto have came out, and Calvert-Lewin, and say the manager gets his ideas more clearly on how he wants them to play. But Dyche couldn't do that, so obviously, there, isn't it? But at the end of the day, I do think that our season so far is going quite the way it should be going, where we're winning games of football and we should be higher up the league. Without a shadow of a doubt, we should be climbing the table even higher. Right now, we should be sitting at least 4th, but we're not because of financial, because of the Macheri era, because we've had Dyche, all of that shite we've had over recent months and years at the football club. But as I said, as a result, who cares? Because at the end of the day, we are where we are right now. We're going up to a Merseyside derby to a team, and I don't like to say it, who were good, without a shadow of a doubt, did a good outfit, as we know. And there are rivals, Liverpool. It kills me to say it, but like, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. But at the end of the day, I don't care about them. I care about us and how we're gonna play in that game. And that will help this season grow even more for in the future as well, Mike.
Yeah.
How would you say our future's gone at the moment?
But at the moment, for the moment, we're not doing it well.
What'd you
But
say?
they're not doing it. They're shots.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree, Mike. But at the end of the day, at least we've got the right manager as well now in place, because you could tell where it was going so badly under Sean Dyche, can't you? You can tell already, because you know, the way like it wasn't going that well under the previous manager because of I personally, I don't really know why it didn't really go well for Dyche at all. Like, I don't understand like that much why it's like, personally, what I find is that we're struggling, aren't we? But that was always going to be the reason. We were always going to struggle this season under this dinosaur of a manager who we did have, who was clueless, because obviously Dyche didn't know what he was doing, did he? Obviously, and that's why it's led to him being sacked, because he got out. Personally, I thank him for what he's done through this season and last season, but it hasn't worked out, Mike. And the end of the day, it was getting frustrated for the fans because he was throwing us under the bus and the players. David Moyes came in now, doesn't throw the fans under the bus or the players, because he gets his feelings and his gathering all together, and he sits down with the players and doesn't come out with bullshit in the press conference. And that for me is a good manager. So, Mike, for me, I think I'm going to rate them the season so far. I'm going to give it an eight, because we've had Dan Friedkin walking in, we've had the sacking of Sean Dyche, and we've brought David Moyes in. He's had 4 games so far this season, and we've won 3 out of the last 4. So only 1 defeat, and I think that's fantastic compared to when we had the previous manager, Sean Dyche. But what do you have to say about that, Mike?
I said about that.
Because if I put back up the stats, what you've sent me of David Moyes versus Sean Dyche, was it? The stats. So basically, here's Sean Dyche's stats before Everton appointed David Moyes. 19 matches played, yeah.
Yeah.
3 wins, 1.1 points per match, goals per match 0.8, and that is embarrassing for this football club. That was embarrassing. So no wonder he was sacked. No wonder. Then goals conceded per match 1.3, and that is horrendous. David Moyes came in and played 4 matches, win 3. Then points per match 2.3 is good for Moyes, as he's only had 4 games in so far. Goals per match 2. Dyche had 0. Goals conceded per match 0.8. So that just proves, Mike, on the board, that there was a problem with the old manager, And that's why Everton bought in David Moyes. But I want to see more from David Moyes, especially in the derby tomorrow. And I'm sure that we'll get everything what we want. As Moyes has already said in his press conference, that the players will be up for the Merseyside derby tomorrow, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Have you got anything else to add before we finish it up?
Oh, I have.
Go on.
I've got something for you.
Go on.
Guess. Guess who's back?
Sean Dyche.
No.
Good. Howard Kendall.
No.
Myself.
No.
What?
Duncan Ferguson.
What?
Duncan Ferguson
What about him?
is coming back to Everton.
When?
Don't know when. And I didn't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. And before I go, I got something for you. Ta-da!
Duncan Ferguson. Duncan Ferguson. Right, subscribe, like the video. Thank you all for watching. Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.